My humble submission is that this application, which is now moved, which speaks relaxation with regard to the number of attempts also. So, in my humble submission, the petition has been filed at a point of time which is critical for the conduct of the examination, even though the liberty had been granted by the Honorable Supreme Court in May 2024.
Yes, please.
Approaching only on the last date is causing quite a complicated situation. Particularly the OM that has been challenged is Annexure 1. All it says is that the benefit would be available to those EWS who are not covered by the categories of SC, ST, and OBC.
Yes.
Now, inequality is being claimed that we are also reserved category and they are also reserved category. Therefore, there should be absolute parity. In my humble submission, it ignores the principle of proper classification because inter-C reserved categories also, the policymakers have introduced appropriate criteria which differ from category to category. For example, SCs and STs have unlimited number of attempts and their age of eligibility is 37 years.
Yes.
Whereas OBCs have only 9 attempts and their age of eligibility is 35 years.
Yes.
As a result whereof, the general category has only 6 attempts. Yes. And the age is 32 years. Therefore, inter-C classification there is a difference. These persons who are not covered by SC, ST, OBCs are given only quantum of reservation as 10%. Because they come from the general category, no privilege of extra attempts or age relaxation is provided. And that is a well thought out decision which has been taken in 2019. The validity is being questioned that it provides a separate treatment, whereas the OM is silent on that. It doesn't give any privileged treatment. On that basis, in my humble submission, the OM in question doesn't get initiated. As a result, primarily these persons being general category candidates, they are not entitled as per the DOPT's policy in consultation with Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, any relaxation with regard to the age as well as number of attempts. Therefore, this is premised on the equality between general category candidates, which would get disturbed qua general candidates if these persons are provided any special relaxations. So, in my humble submission, it needs to be considered in the larger perspective. At page 57, they had withdrawn the petition. They have annexed it to the order of the Honorable Supreme Court at Annexure P36. The withdrawal was on 14th May 2024, and they kept quiet all this while, and they have approached the Honorable Court only when the last date is coming.
Yes, that's all.
Oh. May I respond, Malaz? May I respond?
Yes, please.
Point number 1, Malaz. He says that we kept quiet since 2024, Malaz. We moved in 2024 on the 28th of May. And notice was issued in 2024.
Right.
Factually incorrect what my learned friend is saying. And been waiting all this while. Yeah. Point number 2. In the central, Malaz, in the recruitment by the union, Malaz, the OBCs have been given 9 chances and the OBCs have got age relaxation. So my learned friend's argument, Malaz, that please page 106, Malaz. In the central list itself, OBCs have been given 9 chances. And age relaxation. So how does my learned friend say no, it will affect, because that's also EWS category? Kindly see page 89. My learned friend is completely wrong. Kindly see, that's why your lordships issued that order. Kindly see 89. Whereas question number 12.
Yes, please.
If a person belongs to the other backward classes in a state list, but not in the central list, can he apply for income and asset certificate? The answer is yes. And then it says, therefore, if a person belongs to OBC in a state list, but not in the central list, she can apply for income and asset certificate for applying to posts and services in the government of India to avail of EWS reservation subject to fulfill other conditions as mentioned in the OM. So a person who belongs to the OBC is entitled to EWS reservation. And that's been given to him in the central list.
Here
It's
is
been denied to him in the state list. Well, don't interfere now. It's been denied to him in the state list. How can that be? In the central list, he gets 9 chances. In the central list, he gets age registration. When it comes to the state list, though he belongs to EWS and he's an OBC, he will not get the 9 chances. That's why your lordship passed an order on the basis of which our order was passed, that if we another exam, the same benefit should apply.
Yes.
And then can see page 107.
70.
170. 1070.
671 national OBCs of the entire.
Mother's kindness is very shocking, Mother's 1070.
Flag, yellow flag.
It's not there. It's not there.
Yellow flag.
Mother's kindly see.
10.
70.
Yellow flag. Father, they.
Yes.
Give it. Mother's kindly see 1070. 671 OBCs of the country has been given.
They are in the state list.
They are in the state list.
1/5 of the entire OBC population.
1/5 of the entire OBC population. Kindly see that on top of 1077. If the state list is abolished, nearly 671 OBC communities which are there in the state list would have lost access to reservations in educational institutions and in appointment. They would have adversely impacted nearly 1/5 of the total OBC population. And they have given that.
They overruled the constitutional bench judgment.
Overruled the constitutional bench judgment and given this
In the constitutional amendment,
in
150.
the constitutional amendment itself. So, Maharaj, this is completely, you deny them in the state list, you grant them in the central list.
And they don't give anything.
Yes.
That's why your office passed that order.
May I respond to this, minutes? In fact, minutes, the premise is incorrect. For the reason, minutes, lordships are aware, minutes, you can take judicial notice of the fact that the state OBC is of a different character.
What is
Like Jats in Haryana are given OBC status in the state for state services, but in the central list, they are not considered as OBC. The premises of OBC in the state is not accepted by the central government, and the central government, the president has not issued notification recognizing them as OBC. Therefore, they are being treated as EWS candidates. Therefore, state OBC is of no consequence so far as central OBC is concerned. If they are in central OBC, they will get the benefit. But as EWS has non-OBCs in the central list, they are as general category candidates.
Hold on.
Therefore, it is disguised categorization on the basis of which the claim is being made. The state OBC cannot be the basis for the purpose of considering the central OBC list. Therefore, the whole difference of classification is being ignored on the ground that because I am state OBC, I should be EWS as well as OBC. I should get the double benefit. In my humble submission, that would be untenable.
Yes. Yes.
The other petition, my lord, in which the earlier interim order was granted, are related with the recruitment of the state government, my lord, the MPPSC. In that petition, my lord, the advertisement was challenged, wherein no provision was made for age relaxation for EWS candidate. But here, my lord, the Union of India has passed the OM as a policy decision that we will not extend the age relaxation to the EWS candidate. Then therefore, at this stage, if any interim relief is granted, that would amount to final relief because it is the circular issued by the Union of India. So that the validity of that circular is under challenge. So any interim relief,
3 page 89,
that would amount to final relief.
All EWS would claim the same similar relaxation.
OM is still in existence. That is having force. Now, my lord, if the students are permitted, my lord, then ignoring this particular OM, my lord, that would amount to final relief. The other petitions, my lord, the OM was not under challenge, and the advertisement was challenged in which there was no provision.
You are talking about OM dated 31st January 2019.
Yes.
Come to that OM.
Annex P1.
Para 2 is relevant.
I read, my lord, the office memorandum P1.
Yes.
In continuation of this department office memorandum of even number dated 19/1/2000,
Carries that.
following instructions are issued in consultation with Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment and Department of Legal Affairs regarding reservation.
This is the
EWS
page.
not covered under the reservation scheme for SC, ST,
Talking about the criteria. We are not talking.
in civil post and service in the government. Now, therefore, thereafter, my lord, the entire the procedure has been prescribed for extending the EWS reservation, my lord, in which there was no age relaxation has been provided. Now, my lord, ignoring this OM, my lord, if any age relaxation is provided, first, my lord, it would be contrary to this OM and that would amount to final relief. So that relief cannot be extended at this stage. Even especially
are not
if this is
reflecting
covered filed against the Union of India. Because in the state of MP, there is no such OM, and they have issued the advertisement, and in advertisement they have not provide the age relaxation. Therefore, the ground in that petition was that it is discriminatory. But once the Union of India has issued the policy that we will not extend the age relaxation, my lord, then at this stage no interim relief can be granted.
You are two constitutional amendments.
May I answer that, Malaj?
Just Mr. Sir. Yes, sir.
Bishop, insofar as this case is concerned, that is in respect of the advertisement issued by the Union of India
Yes.
and the OM that is issued by the DOPT Union of India. Insofar as the other connected cases, Your Lordship, in most of the cases, some of the cases, though interim relief has been granted and we filed a detailed reply. In some of the cases, they have also challenged the circular of where age relaxation has been granted to the SC, ST and OBC categories, but not to the EWS categories. In those cases, though interim relief has been granted, my submission is that granting of that and permitting them to appear in the advertisement would also would result in granting final relief, because that circular has also not been set aside insofar as the state government is concerned.
May I take only half a minute of your lordship's minutes?
In fact, a similar issue was also decided in the Bombay High Court.
Yeah, that petition was dismissed.
That writ petition was dismissed. This was in respect of the recruitment of the judicial.
Interim relief already granted by the court by order dated 40th February. So you are arguing that is already granted.
Your Lordship, we are in the process of filing reply and applications for vacating stay in those. Now, since they've already
Yeah.
participated,
We
there
are
is.
also contemplating, moving for a recall of that order.
We heard and we'll reserve this to pass the final order. That's
No, Your Lordship, Your Lordship, a detailed hearing would be required. I'm submitting that we may be granted an opportunity to make our written submissions as well as our arguments.
As interim relief already granted, that you allow them to appear and that will be subject to the outcome. And we'll fix date in this matter.
In the matters insofar as state.
Next week we'll fix this matter of finally. You file the written submission, that's all, nothing more required.
Insofar as the state
Sure.
state recruitment is concerned, Your Lordship, that is interim relief has been granted. We are in the process of filing replies in most of the cases.
Just allow them to participate, we'll see there.
Would your lordships consider
that-
only
that
one
is-
aspect?
What you have-
Your lordships, the only aspect that requires consideration is that now, by virtue of this order, do we allow the age relaxation and number of attempts relaxation even to the general EWS who are not OBCs of the state? That would cause, serious practical difficulties.
Question 12 of the
Question 12. उसी में.
Question 12.
Page 89.
Please justify this very point in the constitutional amendment.
Para 2
Well,
of the OM minutes clearly reads,
At-
the persons belonging to EWSs who are not covered under the scheme of reservation for SCs, STs and OBCs shall get 10% reservation. Therefore,
Please.
it is not virtue of OBC category that they are EWS.
At
Those who
page
are not
89,
OBC
at
category,
page,
those alone would get this benefit.
at page 89, Manoj, they have given this very benefit to the EWS category in the central list. At page 89. This very benefit has been given by the central government already. What is my learned friend talking about at page 89? I read it to your lordships.
Mr. Kaushik, this
Lordship.
order is regarding the age relaxation, not the attempt.
lordship.
Therefore, you just open the portal, let them apply, and that will be subject to the outcome of the petition.
Oh, let's only one more clarification, if your lordships are kind enough. Your lordships have said that the appointment should not be made. But let's the result of preliminary examination is the stepping stone for further process. Therefore, your lordships will say that the result of the preliminary should not be declared and should be provided to your lordships in sealed copy. That clarification would be necessary.
Any date 24th, 25th February for final hearing.
Very well, it's deeply obliged.
That's, and Maharaj, at page 106, Maharaj, they have given the OBCs, Maharaj, and EWS category 9 attempts. They are themselves given.
Date,
Page 106, page 106. They have given it.
date which it should 24th, 25th.
Yes.
Let's 24th, whichever is convenient to your lordships.
24th at 2:30 for final
Very
hearing.
well.
Party,
Very well.
party are to file written petitions with case law right upon before the letter of it. Make it.
Deeply obliged. Deeply obliged.
Serial number 1.